Hey there, Peter Claes from Masterclaes, and welcome back to my channel, which if you like it, please hit that subscribe button. As you can see, I have like a tower of Lewitt microphones behind me. The guys from Lewitt Audio Biz in Holland, actually the Dutch importer, they sent me a matched pair of LCT 040s, also a pair of LCT 140 Airs, LCT 240 Pro, 440 Pure, 441 Flex, 540S, 640 TS, LCT 940, and we are going to have a little shootout with one of my favorite small condenser mics, my KM84, and a AKG C414. The guys from Austrian Audio, Fairlight, the Dutch importer as well, they sent me an OC18, so I'm very curious about this one, and also a OC818. The Austrian Audio mics, they have like an exact copy of a CK12, so that's why I have the Teflon ringed CK12 in my 414. So I'm very curious about this one. The Lewitt guys, they're Austrian as well. They say they don't want to like stay on the same path as the Heritage, so they did some nice improvements. And yeah, so let's find out what it is all about. Before I continue, this is not an exact shootout, so don't shoot me. It's just a quick overview of what these microphones will do. In the next video, I will have the Austrian Audio and the Lewitt compete with different AKG C414s with a good singer and some instruments. So if you want a real shootout, just be a little bit patient. This is just a small test. Lewitt CT040, if I look at the prices, this one is €189 for a matched pair, which has a Lewitt pouch, a sticker, a little bit of a manual of what it does, and then here you can see they have the matched pair of small cardioid mics, including clamps and also some foam windscreens. Let's have a listen to it. I'm gonna put on a pair of headphones. So let's have a listen in the headphones between the Neumann KM84. I'm gonna have a look here at my Pro Tools rig. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. This is more clear if you have a listen to it. 1, 2, check 1, 2. It is recording through an SPL Crimson because I need 3 inputs. Otherwise, I would have recorded it with my SSL2, my USB audio interface from Solid State Logic. But now I am recording it through a Crimson SPL USB audio interface. Tell me what you think. This is much more dark for me. The LCT 040 is a nice bright microphone, so I think it will work on drums, acoustic guitars, etc. So let's continue with the LCT 140 Air. So the LCT 140 Air, also a matched stereo pair. Same contents, nice big pouch, manual, Lewitt sticker. And then we also have 2 mics, 2 clips, and 2 foam windscreens. There are some switches. First you have the sound switch, so you can switch between a boosted high end or a flat sound. We have a linear filter or an 80 Hertz high pass filter, and we have a 12 dB pad. Let's start with the sound flat, the filter on linear, and the pad on 0. Hey, 1, 2, this is the Neumann KM84, and this is the LCT 140 Air. I might as well put a little foam windscreen on it. This is made for acoustic instrument recordings. A match pair is 289 euros. And by the way, I'm not sponsored. They just send me these mics to test. So if I don't like it, I will tell you. So this is the KM84 with a large bottom end. Hey, yeah, 1, 2, the Neumann KM84. And this one is the LCT 140 Air in flat mode. So this is hey yeah 1 2 hey tsa yeah. The SPL Crimson is my USB audio interface, and now I have the flat sound, and this is the air sound. So I think it's really nice if you have different acoustics that you want. If you want some more air, you just switch this in. Hey, yeah, 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 ha, ha, yeah, hey, 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 darker sound. More compatible to the KM84, I think. Hey, 1, 2, the Neumann KM84. And this is the Lewitt LCT 140 Air. If I turn on the high pass filter, hey yeah, hey yeah, 1, and the pad, hey, 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 yeah, yeah, haha. Tell me what you think. I like it. It's light and it's versatile. Maybe this one is a little bit better than the match pair of LCT 040s. They are 189 euros, and this one is 289 euros for a matched pair. And then we have the LCT 240 Pro, which is, and let me have a look here, the LCT 240 Pro is 149 euro value pack, shock mount included, made for recording vocals, guitar, amps, overheads, percussion, everything. Perfect entry to professional recording. Typically nuanced and transparent Lewitt sound. Well, I must admit that I always left Lewitt a little bit aside, because I thought it was like, it didn't appeal to me at first because of the like the green thing that I think it's a little bit distracting. But hey, you know, these guys are also ex-AKG, so they know how to manufacture a microphone, and I think that's, of course, not comparable. It's not going to be comparable to a 414, but for this kind of value, you have pretty good mics, I hope. So we have a quick start guide, again a pouch, a nice shock mount with a large foam screen, and the microphone. The good thing is that they, for just beginners, they have this nice little cardboard front tag. Compared to larger diaphragm microphones, they have a smaller diaphragm. Smaller diaphragms I especially like on electrical guitar amps, because in some kind of reason, like a AT43 C433 from Audio-Technica. It's one of my preferred condenser mics on guitars. So I should give this a try on a guitar cabinet. Hey, yeah, 1, 2. The deep sound of an AKG C414. This one is set to cardioid. There are no pads and no high pass filters. And also on my sound card, the SPL Crimson, there is no high pass filter. It is recorded in Pro Tools in 48 kilohertz, 24-bit. And then you have this microphone. Ooh, it's bright. Hey, yes, 1, 2. So the LCT 240 Pro is a easy to use XLR microphone. It is for vocals, instruments, and streaming. It offers a professional sound quality with a cardioid polar pattern. And as I said, I think it's a little bit more tight in the low end because of the reduced size of the diaphragm compared to the very thick sounding C414. And continue with the LCT 440 Pure, the essence of a true condenser microphone. Okay. Extraordinarily detailed and nuanced sound, also with shock mount and pop filter included. This one has a larger diaphragm. Also the pouch, a manual, same shock mount. Ta-da. But they also included like a very nifty pop filter, very transparent, that you could probably put on top of the mic, which again stays front. So you go like this, screw it on, and you just slide this on top, and nifty, it is magnetic. So it doesn't fall off if you turn the mic upside down. It just needs a little pull and then it goes back. So this is a really nice package. Let me have a look here for the 440 Pure. It is 269 euros, which is also in a decent price range. Now let's have a listen. You would also expect this to light up, but for obvious reasons they didn't do that. If you look at the capsule, you have a typical Lewitt green ring with some screws, so it's definitely based on a CK12. So let's have a listen. This is the AKG C414, and this is the Lewitt, the LCT 440 Pure, a 1-inch true condenser studio mic, best in its class for vocals and instruments, high-end capsule and circuit design, and also it is a cardioid polar pattern only. Again, I think this is really bright. Mix ready, I would say, for a lot of people. Just turn it on. It doesn't have all the low end that you would have in a 414. So if I talk into this, hey, yeah, 1, 2, it is a very rounded sound. And this is, in my taste, a little bright. I always want to be able to add a little bit of top end if you would choose. And this one is very, very bright. So I think it is more voiced like an AKG the Axelle series, which I don't like either. But I can imagine a lot of people just liking this because you turn it up in a mix and it goes like bam. You know, it's right in the face. Let's move on. The Lewitt LCT414 Flex. Let's see at the back what they say. Also, be flexible, stay creative. 8 polar patterns to choose from. Omni, wide cardioid, cardioid, super cardioid, figure of 8, reverse super cardioid, reverse cardioid, and reverse wide cardioid. So this is the first switchable mic. Again, same contents as with the 440 Pure, except that this one has a dual capsule design, a little bit more comparable to what a AKG would be. Again, this one has the logo on the front, same capsule design, but this one is double. You have a light show. So there you can switch between all the settings. 1, 2. So this is not the front. It depends. Because if I have it set like this, this will mean that this side is the front side. But if I switch, that this will become the back side. Hey, there you hear the decline, and you have the rise of this one. So that's why they have reverse polar patterns. So you can actually go from cardioid to cardioid on this side. And if I compare this sound-wise to this, hey, yeah, 1, 2, hey, 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 I have the impression that this one is voiced a little bit like the AKG C414. Hey, 1, 2, deep low end, no exaggerated top end. And this one, hey, yeah, 1, 2, hey, yeah, hey, 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 1, 2. This is the Lewitt LCT414 Flex. It is a 1-inch multi-pattern studio microphone with pure studio sound quality, a studio all-rounder with high-end specs, 8 polar patterns including 3 reversed ones, and it retails for €399. A little bit on the build quality. If I look at this and I would like to have an affordable alternative to my C414s, would I take this on the road with this thing? I don't know. Maybe with a little bit of gaffer tape over it to protect it a little bit. But for that price, it's a very decent microphone. And for 399 euro, you have a good alternative. I think it's a good sounding mic. So I'm definitely gonna try this against the 414s in the Shootout. Okay, let's move on. You get a Pally case with the LCT 540S. So you have the Pelican case, again, the manual, a pouch, the same shock mount as you get with the cheaper models. So the cheaper models get the expensive shock mount. You also have this magnetic one. It's nice, stored away in some cutout foam. And we have the LCT 540S. And you see the lights dance. It does not offer you many polar patterns, but it has some nifty features. Standard, you have it linear, 80 Hz or 160 Hz high pass filter, and a 0, 6 and 12 dB pad that you can easily switch. The microphone has some sensing in it, so it will tell you if the microphone clipped. So there's, if you look at it in the manual, it will say if it's all white, you have standard operation. If it's flashing red, then clipping occurs. If it's not illuminated, you have the key lock active. If it is illuminated red, then you have automatic attenuation active. So you know it if you have a singer in front of it and you go like, okay, can you please sing? And it all starts very quiet, and once a sudden it's a blast of SPL in it, and you go like, whoa, I need to put the pad in it. So let's have a listen.
Hey, yeah, 1, 2, AA. This is the AKG C414. And this is the LCT 540S. Again, a little bit on the bright side. I was hoping they would have the same sonic character of the LCT 441. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, after listening to this, you will go like, oh, this is dull again. But I prefer, again, to add a little bit of top end if I need it. So, yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below.
LCT 540S. Price, €699. I don't know if just having one polar pattern will give you all the advantages you need. For me, I think it's the 441 Flex with its multiple polar patterns and a rounded sound is a little bit more appropriate, because if you pay €300 more just for an automatic gain setting, what's wrong with just using a 6 dB or a 12 dB pad? It will affect your sound a little bit, but don't know. Then we have the LCT 640, which is also a 1-inch multi-pattern studio mic. And again, you know, the manual, the pouch, the same sharp mount, pop filter. And then you get this mic out. Again, front is this side. It's something I find a little bit strange, because every guy I meet and they go like, what's the front side of a 414? You go like, it's the logo. If you do this, you have the back. So I don't know if it's a logical choice to have it there. But there is something hidden here. And if you pull this cap off, you have a 3-pin connector, and you can plug this one in. And what actually happens is that you can record the backside separate. So you will have 2 tracks where you have one track record the front side and the second track record the back side. And in that kind of way, you can alter your polar pattern after you have recorded. It will require a little bit of acoustic principle knowledge, but you also have the polarizer plugin that you can download from the Lewitt's website, and that way you can combine those two and you can alter the polar pattern, and that is something that we will see a little bit the same with the Austrian audio, the OC818. So the Lewitt LCT 640 TS, you can use it just like this, and then again you have a linear 40, 80 or 160 Hertz high pass filter and 6, 12 or 18 dB pad, and you can switch the Omni to wide cardioid, cardioid, hypercardioid and figure of 8. And if we put it in cardioid, there you go, you can lock it again with holding the middle one, and then the Lewitt logo goes green. Again, as a live sound engineer, I'm not too fond of those plexiglass things. and maybe it's a little bit too elaborate to be used live, but in the studio
it can mean a great advantage. Hey, 1, 2, this is the AKG C414. And this is the Lewitt LCT 640 TS 1-inch multi-pattern studio microphone with a full, crisp and well-balanced sound. It has the revolutionary dual output mode with the polarizer plug-in to create any pattern after the fact. And there are also stereo capabilities. So, again, a little bit in the same ballpark as the 540 sound-wise. A lot of top end. I would have loved to have it more sound like the 441 Flex, but hey, that's my personal taste. So if I turn it around, you will have nothing there. And if I unlock it, oh, this will hurt people if you don't take care. And you can also turn it on Omni. Hey, I think it will take a while before the membrane gets polarized, so we will have to give it a while. Now it is in Omni. Hey, haha, there we go.
And that brings us to the LCT 940. And what is great about this? Well, this one has a large power supply because it is a hybrid microphone. It is everything between FAT and a tube mic. Bling. And what you get is one knob for the directivity. So you can go like, oh, I want it more like this, or I want it like Omni, or between Omni and wide cardioid, wide cardioid, between wide cardioid and cardioid, and further on and further on. So let's start with cardioid, and then you have a 40, 150 and a 300 Hertz high pass filter, and you have a character between tube and FAT, a 6 dB, 12 dB or 18 dB pad. Look at this.
I've got it set to tube. Hey, so it uses the tube in the microphone. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The big tube sound. Hey, 1, 2. Or the FAT sound. Hey, 1, 2, 2. This is a little bit more like thin sounding, and this is very thick sounding. If I compare it to my C414, hey, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Well, this is a sonic character that I really like. It is round, it is pronounced, it is pristine in the high end, but not hyped. Hey, 1, 2, yes, sir. Hey, 1, 2, yes, sir. Hey, yeah. And if I would put it in FAT, I would get a little bit less thick low end. That's what I hear right now, but please leave a comment whatever you guys are hearing. So this is a hybrid, so you can also put it in the middle, and you have the focused sound of the FAT and also the thick sound of the tube and everything in between. I think for higher SPL, like for a kick drum or electric guitar, it would be a little bit more appropriate to put it on a FAT mode due to the fact that you don't need the saturation. Tube mode will give you more saturation. So it's a very well thought out concept. This one retails for 1,699 Okay, now let's go to the Austrian audio, guys.
You have the OC18, and let me check the price. It is €699 for a microphone that is cardioid only, 40, 80, 160 Hertz high pass filter, a 10 or 20 dB pad, and they claim that they have copied the sound of the CK12. Unlike the Lewitt guys who say they do something else with it, and they do. So
I'm very, very curious if they can have the OC18 sound like a B-ULS. Does it do that? It's not hyped at all. Look at this. Hey, 1, 2. The Austrian Audio OC18 is a single pattern, large membrane condenser microphone with a precise cardioid polar pattern. So you go hey. What does it do if I do this with the 414? Hey. So if I talk in the back, hey, 1, 2. And I talk in the back, hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. A little bit comparable, although this one might have a little bit more high end in the back side. Su. If I turn it around, hey, 1, 2. Let me get this in English.
it also says that the OC18
has the handmade CKR6 capsule, and it can be matched paired with any mic, either the OC18 or the OC818. So you can buy one mic like the 818 and then add this mic and you have a matched pair. Of course, this one cardioid only and this one is multi pattern, and it is a large basket, so you will have less interference of the head basket itself. This is something that the sonic character of a 414 just is a little bit more pronounced, and this one is a little bit more open sounding. I love it. I really love it.
Please leave your comments below of what you think. So let's continue. With the OC818, you have Omni, cardioid, hypercardioid, figure of 8, and a preset mode. You see this little dot? That's a preset you can have because this microphone is a little bit like the LCT 600 series, also supplied with a TA4. And originally it just comes like this, and you can plug it in the back like this, and you can record the backside of the capsule as well. And then they have the Bluetooth dongle, which is just an option, so you can plug this in also, or you can just record the two sides. And then you have the Polar Pilot app where you can have wireless control over the Bluetooth module that is in there, and you can just alter anything you like, because let's put it in like this. It will start flashing, and I have the app installed here on my iPhone, and now you can see that you can alter remotely the polar pattern. There you go. So it can go from Omni until you have figure of 8, and you have actually 255 different polar patterns in one mic. You can also switch on the high pass filter, and you can also switch on the pad, which is 10 dB or 20 dB, and the high pass filter is 40, 80 or 160. Actually the same as you would find on the front. But you also have a monitor where you can see if the mic has clipped or not. So that is very, very nice. You can also have the Polar Designer. That is actually a plugin that you can use in your DAW as a VST3, AAX or audio units format. And there you can, if you have recorded both sides of the mic, you can alter the polar pattern you want via the plugin after recording. So I would say like, okay, I've recorded an acoustic guitar, but I would love to have a little bit more room from this mic, then I can alter it afterwards instead of just like committing to one polar pattern at that moment. You also have the Ambi Creator. That is an open source ambisonic plugin. That means if I use two of these, I can have the ambisonics 3D modeling in it. Let's have a listen. I've set it to cardioid and I have my 414 here. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, this is the CKR12 ceramic capsule. That is the best they can do. It is handmade in their facility in Vienna. And yeah, that is just the next generation of the CK12. And I think this just nails the sound that I really love about the old AKGs. So I'm gonna do an A, B, C, D, E, F, G test between Austrian audio, some of my B-ULS, EBs with the nylon CK12, but also with the brass ring CK12s. And I'm gonna just go ahead and test these babies all together against each other and see how sound can be created in a nice musical way. Thank you for watching my video. Any comments, please leave them below. If you like this video, please smash that thumbs up and like my YouTube channel. I'm Claes from Masterclaes, and thanks for watching, and keep an eye out on my channel for this AB and many, many more shootouts to come. Thank you. Bye-bye.